I guess I deserved that because I was hype as shit. Well, I'm back. Slightly deflated. Not quite as hype as I was before. Um, yeah. Anyway, sorry about that. Just had fucking motherfuckers in here. User, what up? Just had motherfuckers in here and then motherfuckers left. Taking out my hair all night, so my fingers is green. Yo, so anyway, welcome to Wake and Bake Show, man. Your daily, morning, interactive, philosophy, vocabulary, motivational, Philly sports, gaming show. And I'm a fancy clown. I apologize for the technical difficulty, man. I don't know. I think I got too hyped, started dancing and shit, fucked everything up. Um, so yeah, let's get back into this song and shit. Hopefully you got your coffees, you got your waters, you got your smokes. I got all of that shit. So let's go. Oh yeah. Well, I'll talk about the song after I play it. I'll talk about the song after I play it.
Life is like a nightmare. Lately, nigga. 7 days a week, I think I cry myself to sleep. And these white people at work ain't trying to pay a nigga every time I finish up. Boss trying to pay a nigga out. I was staying in the house like I'm on punishment. Even had to change up the niggas I was running with. Veteran in the game, now I'm done with it. Finna leave it to my son on some stunning shit. You can never predict when that thunder hit. You can get over the problem or get under it. Some fights you might not always come equipped. Word to them niggas, you gon' run and get. Life is like a nightmare.
Lately, nigga.
7 days a week, I think I cry myself to sleep. And these white people at work
Ain't trying to pay a nigga
every time I finish up. Boss trying to play a nigga out. I spend the blue faces I should have been saving. I could have been made it if I did some other shit. I'm missing this woman and I'm worried that she struggled with the worry that this work would be the way that motherfuckers get. But she will not call me back, so she on some other shit. Clearly do not need my help. Fucked her over twice and split. Those times she needed me most, I will repeatedly ghost. Then pop back up later and make it seem like she was the ghost.
Yeah. So that song was in 2019 when I absolutely hated my job and I was doing a whole bunch of drugs and shit. So I was very, very unhappy. Now I got a whole lot of unhappy songs because music is like my outlet and shit. That's how I express myself. But at that time, all of my songs was literally about missing a chick, hating my job, and doing a lot of drugs. So that's what we're gonna be on this week. I'm gonna be talking about that shit a lot. And I think it's kind of fitting because here we are the day after Yom Kippur. Happy Yom Kippur, y'all. Happy Yom Kippur, man. So before we get into the show, let me show y'all the setup. Even though I don't fucking feel like it. I got that light on back there? I really got that light on back there. I thought I was so ready, bro. I was chilling here for so long, just chilling, listening to music. That's the microphone. Got the green screen behind me, which you can't see. This is my laptop. I got a new chair. This y'all comfortable as shit. This is the interface, which is plugging the mic into the computer. Then the computer is going down there on the floor with all the messy shit to the Elgato, the Xbox, to the TV. Bam. And I don't need the Xbox anymore. I don't even know why I do this shit anymore. But we'll figure it out one day. Anyway, happy Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur was definitely part of the reason why I didn't pop up yesterday. I looked at it as a very good opportunity to rest. Usually I do try to take a Sabbath a week. I feel like it's very healthy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Spoilers. Spoilers. I feel like it's very healthy for a motherfucker, like, just generally to go and take a break from shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, check this out. If you look at my screen right now, you're gonna see that I was on some fuck shit. So don't look at my screen right now. Just listen to what I'm saying. Right? But usually I try to take a day off a week. And if I don't take that day off, then usually I find myself exhausted all week and carrying my former week into, the next week and my issues into that next week, So a lot of the times you need like a day to reset. Now, biblically, they call this a Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? It's a day of rest. Man works 6 days and chill on that seventh day. But I mean, there's biblical reasons for it, obviously, if you want to observe your religion or you want to observe your spirituality and stuff. But I'm a little bit more cut and dry about it actually meaning something physically for you. Like it physically is a refresher, it's a start over. So it's basically lately I've been doing that on Sunday. But this Sunday I went out of the crib, took the boy out to eat, went and met up with the homie to plan some things out. So Sunday I was working. Saturday, a little bit more similar. Friday and Saturday, I was sick as shit. I was sitting in bed playing Sudoku. Sudoku is addictive as fuck, bro. So yeah, I have not even turned my Xbox on since Friday. Since I did this last episode, I've been sitting in bed playing Sudoku on my phone and shit. But yeah, with that said though, yesterday was Yom Kippur. I was kicking it. I was like, what's Yom Kippur all about? So just wanted to let y'all know Yom Kippur is the Day of Atonement, holy day Jewish calendar that involves fasting, repentance for sins. So it's never a bad time to fast. It's never a bad time to say sorry for some shit. It's never a bad time to be grateful. And it's never a bad time to forgive motherfuckers. So I have some people in my life that I've been experiencing unforgiveness for, and it's been an issue for me. I remember, I think maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was talking about how like there was like a couple of people who hit me up within that week and said they love me, and I was like, uh, y'all niggas said y'all love me just so y'all can hear me say I love y'all back. Y'all niggas don't give a fuck about me. Y'all niggas ain't asked me how I was. Y'all niggas wasn't looking for me. Um, but at the same time, I also have to realize that like I can't walk around my life holding like weight against people or holding like something negative against somebody because that shit is heavy. That shit'll weigh you down. So that unforgiveness, that negativity that I'm walking around harboring and shit, I ain't got the real estate for that, for real, for real. So it's up to me. Oh damn, I ain't changed the name of the motherfucking show. All right, so we gonna have three words of the day today. So it's up to me. It's up to me to relieve myself by letting niggas know, not letting niggas know, relieve myself by letting myself know that niggas not gonna have power over me, or I'm not gonna let niggas have power over my emotions. So if there is something that I feel like I've been done wrong on, or if there's something that I feel like somebody took from me or some shit like that, what it really all comes down to is like living in the moment, fuck the past, being grateful for everything I got right now, every moment that I have, and then moving on with that shit and basically saying, "Hey, look, you might have took something from me, but I'm good, baby." You know what I'm saying? I ain't lost shit. I got no steps missing in my whole game. I'm grinding, I'm moving, I'm dancing, baby. So if I really believe that, then I shouldn't have had no reason to hold shit against you. You know what I mean? And I will admit that I got some people in my life that I've been holding some shit against. It's a couple of people in my life that every time I think of them, I'll be like, man, fuck. You know what I mean? Fucking dickhead or fucking asshole or dumbass bitch. And I gotta ask for forgiveness right there in my heart immediately. At that moment, I gotta be like, damn, I ain't supposed to be talking about that nigga like that. Forgive me, Lord. You know, or whatever the case may be. But so yesterday, today, this week, this time, Yom Kippur was a good day for me to take a moment to forgive those people and let that shit breathe, let that shit go. Now, I have had a couple of pivotal things happen in my life over the last couple of weeks, months, shit, years. I mean, it's a crazy life don't stop. But I can honestly say that despite what anybody might have taken from me, and despite what I may have lost, I can say I'm grateful as shit to be here. I'm grateful as shit for this moment. I'm grateful as shit for my health. I'm grateful as shit for this shelter around me. I'm grateful for the smoke. I'm grateful for my coffee. So with all of that said, I ain't got nothing against nobody. So man, anybody who ever did me wrong, may I open my heart to him, man, and hopefully I can show some love to him if I get the opportunity. You know what I mean? Now, I was talking to my homie about this. It ain't necessarily to reconcile is not necessarily putting them. All right, how do I say this? I can't remember the exact word, but basically, I could forgive somebody. Like a nigga could steal from me, right? Say I own a restaurant, right? Let's just say I own a restaurant. Say I own a restaurant and I got a nigga at my restaurant who handles my money. That nigga steals from me. I known him for 30 years. He steals from me, right? I fire him. I get pissed off at him. I stop talking because it's my friend. You know what I mean? I'm hurt, whatever the case may be. Time can go by and I could forgive that man and I could be like, hey, look, man, I forgive you for taking from me and shit. But that don't mean I gotta put him back in that same position to take from me again. You get what I'm saying? So like these people who I feel may have wronged me, I can forgive these people, but that don't mean I gotta put them in that same position. You know what I mean? So and that's fucked up because I usually remember this word. I remember how to say this. I remember. I wish practice needed or King of Kings was here because both of them boys definitely know what I'm talking about. Like I think his forgiveness is not. I want to say reconciliation, but it's not. It is forgiveness is reconciliation. But basically, just because I forgive you, don't mean I'm putting you back in that same position. You know what I'm saying? So I got friends that I forgive, but they ain't as close to me no more. You know what I mean? We ain't kicking it like we used to kick it. I may have forgiven them. I may not have anything against them, but I also still know not to put them in the same level of trust or put them on that same level of regard as I may have put them at one time. You know what I mean? So with that said, I feel like that's very healthy. Oh, I've been fucking this coffee up for the last like hour. And I've been doing that for a reason because I got a bunch of shit to do today. So I was like, all right, well, since the last couple times I did my coffee dosage exactly right, I'm gonna go a little harder today. I'm gonna go a little heavier today. So yeah, I apologize for being super talkative and shit. Anyway, let's get into the motherfucking word of the day. All right, so as you can see, man, I got some issues with this word of the day shit, right? So ghastly was what I looked up, right? Ghastly was what I prepared for. So, causing great horror or fear, frightful or macabre, right? Because we all remember the Pokemon. Maybe we don't all, but some of us remember the Pokemon, Ghastly. And this makes sense. This fits right into what Ghastly was about. He was a motherfucking, scary little ghost type. But I like this use of the word. I really more so resonate with this informal definition right here, which is very objectionable, bad or unpleasant. So, like for instance, I had a couple beers this weekend that left a ghastly taste in my mouth. You know what I mean? Pause. But like that's how I would use it. Objectionable, bad or unpleasant. Oh man, like boy came out yesterday and he was looking fly as shit. But when I saw him this morning, I don't know why he was ghastly. Shit ain't make no sense, man. I don't get it. Shit like that. So that's how I would use ghastly. But with that said, ghastly, queasy, nauseous. See, pasty face. Goddamn. Distasteful, disagreeable, offensive, objectionable, unpleasant. I like these. So I would really resonate with the informal sense of the word. Plus, I don't think most people are using it, like specifically talking about, macabre situations or um, contexts. Like, I think it's more just unpleasant. All right, now I want to do this word because I saw this motherfucking word on my Webster's dictionary. This is the word of the day on Webster's dictionary, and I never seen this shit before. Never seen this fucking word before. Clue results. Yeah, nigga. All right, never seen this word before. I don't even know how to pronounce this shit. Is it grok?
Grok.
It's grok. That shit sounds strong. Hey, bro, headphones died. I'm gonna try and catch you next time. All right, bro. Peace. Peace, man. I appreciate you showing up, man. Um,
Grok. Grok. Grok.
that shit hard. What it mean? To understand something intuitively or by empathy. To intuit something is to grok that shit. Now that's hard, bro. I might have to change the name of this episode.
Grok.
Dog, that's a fucking word for your ass right there. All right, so anyway, how will we use that? Let's see. To empathize or communicate sympathetically. Uh, nestling earth couple would like. What the fuck? Nestling earth couple would like to find water brothers to grok with in peace. That's a hell of an example. That shit was weird. All right, I'm with it, man. Sometimes you gotta find somebody to grok with. Oh, I'm trying to grok with somebody. Damn, that word is dope. Anyway, man. So that's grok, and then there's ghastly. So yeah, we got a couple different words of the day. I apologize for that. So let's get into the sports. The Phillies didn't play. They played over the weekend. It was actually kind of amazing. It was good to watch. It was good baseball. We basically beat the Mets, who are a shitty ass team and don't have nothing to play for. But they're the rivals in our division, so you know they ain't gonna make shit easy on us. But we saw a lot of really, really, really good things. We saw Sanchez killing shit. That nigga need to be a starter. He needs to get a start in the playoffs. We saw Bryce hammering shit. We saw Trey. Trey had a 0 for 20, 21st at bat. Bam, got a hit. So he cold, and it was crazy. It was actually kind of funny because they said that this was his first 0 for 20 all year, even including all that shit from the beginning. But you know what? He got right out of it. My man's still good. I ain't worried about him. He also did this thing where he was just announcing to the crowd before the game, "Hey yo, man, I really appreciate y'all. I just want to thank y'all for continuing to come out and show support and have our backs every day, man. And the things that you done for my family, y'all giving to my charity of choice, just about all of that shit. So it's kind of cool because my thought on some real shit. So I was embarrassed for him. I was like, this is awkward. Who stands out in front of 40,000 people on a microphone to give a 2 or 3 minute long speech? Because the statistics is real. Like niggas say, motherfuckers is more afraid of public speaking than they are afraid of swimming with sharks. Seriously, seriously. So this dude went out there in front of 40,000 people. Not to say he's afraid of doing that. I mean, he does that every day. Grabbed a mic. I don't know if he had this shit planned, but it was awkward enough to seem like it wasn't planned. Gave like a little 2 minute, 3 minute speech where he basically said, "Yeah, and thank you, and da da da." He stumbled through it or whatever. But I was just like, did he plan anything to say, or he just went out there and just started like rambling and shit? So I was like, damn, I gotta get a boy credit for that. Cause like I would want to have something planned. I would expect myself to be a little bit more thoughtful about the situation. But he did it. And that's not his thing. Like, these athletes and shit, very few of them are very good public speakers. So to throw a baseball for the fan base, that's cool. To sign autographs for the fan base, that's dope. To give to charities for the fan base, to throw events for the fan base, all of those things are going above and beyond. But when you do something for the fan base that's literally just not your strength, like that's just putting you in a position that you don't necessarily want to be in, kind of uncomfortable, I gotta give a nigga a little bit more credit, man. I do. That shit make me want to reach out to him because he spoke to us, he addressed us personally on a microphone. So it make me want to reach back out to him and just be like, Trey, we love you. We a passionate motherfucking bunch. And just forgive motherfuckers when they get all crazy over every fucking pitch and every fucking at bat because niggas care. Niggas care a lot. Niggas care arguably too much. You know what I mean? We are fanatical. We are live or die by every moment people. You know what I'm saying? That's what they say about the Philly motherfuckers. They say they blue class. No, no. They're working class. They're blue collar. They spend their money on their teams, and the only thing they want is somebody who works hard like they work hard. And you know what? Niggas ain't got it wrong. Y'all see me on this bitch. I motherfucking put all my states, or sorry, all my teams in my city on. All my teams in my state on. I got Villanova gear. I got Nittany Lion gear. I got motherfucking all types of shit. I be rocking. You know what I'm saying? I got Penn gear. I got motherfucking all the sports, man. I go crazy with it. But what it comes down to is I go to these games. I spend my money on these tickets. I spend my time on these athletes. I spend my money on these clothes and shit. And the only thing that I would want, the only thing that I ask these niggas to do other than be really good at the sport that they play is to acknowledge it. That's all. Acknowledge my contribution to their greatness. It's small. It's very small. And I don't even want to be over acknowledged because I don't want the extra attention for real. I don't like it. I get shy. But acknowledge us as a fan base. Like literally come out and say, hey y'all, I'm gonna fuck shit up for y'all niggas tonight. Yo, you know how much that would make niggas go crazy? You know what I mean? So that's a word to an Embiid right there. That's a word to a Maxi. Cause Trey, he just got here, but he did that shit. He got on a mic and thanked us and basically promised that he gonna do his best and he gonna try to deliver a championship to this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He looks forward to his first postseason in this city. So I gotta say, I appreciate that type of shit. It seems small, but it goes a long motherfucking way to endear you with your fan base. Speaking of being endeared with your fan base, Travis Kelsey is dating motherfucking Taylor Swift, apparently, allegedly. I don't believe that shit though. If King of Kings was here, he would be like, "Yep, script." But I wouldn't even go that far. I will say, and I always bring this shit up. I had a homie who used to be a DJ. And when he was DJing, he got signed to a label. And when he got signed to a label, they was like, all right, so here's what you're going to do. You're going to get your image right. You're going to start going to these parties and shit so you can meet motherfuckers. And your new girlfriend is Tierra Marie. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but it don't even matter. They picked somebody and said, that's your new girlfriend. I don't think they gave this nigga her number or nothing, her contact information or nothing. They was just like, y'all together now. We gonna start writing that y'all together. And now because of that, that's gonna make people talk about y'all. So in your respective fan bases, y'all actually be latching on to each other's fan bases. You know what I'm saying? It'll compound your popularity. Now, with that said, Travis Kelsey is selling 4 times more jerseys and merch. Now, if he never ever touched this girl other than holding her hand in the locker room the other night, that was awkward. If he never touched her other than that, he would have still been doing his job as far as how to play this shit out because he's making money. The Swifties are buying jerseys. The KC fans are buying records. You get what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is going to show up to a Taylor Swift show thinking they might see Travis Kelsey there. I'm not, but somebody is. I don't care if it's 2 people, bro. It works. Meanwhile, somebody is showing up to a Kansas City game that don't give a fuck about sports. Why? Because Taylor Swift gives a fuck about sports, bro. Meanwhile, she an Eagles fan. Niggas don't want to talk about that, though, because she from Reading, PA. You know what I'm saying? But, with that said, though, all of that shit, this shit ain't real, man. The story is this nigga wanted to give her a bracelet. He made her a bracelet. I remember it was like 6 months ago. He made her a bracelet and was like, yeah, I just want to get a chance to give her a bracelet or some shit. Then he reached out to her people and was like, can I just give her this bracelet or something? I don't know. It was something crazy like that. He was fanning out over her. But she responded back and was like, nah, you ain't got to fan out, nigga. You a millionaire. Step up, boy. And now they holding hands in the locker room. She's showing up to the games. Niggas is talking about it on fucking Undisputed, First Take, First Things First, The Carton Show, The McAfee shit, Get Up, every goddamn show, every sports show on motherfucking syndicated media, on motherfucking national broadcast is talking about Taylor Swift, every sports show. And I'm doing it too. So, y'all did a good job. Kudos to y'all niggas, man. Y'all got motherfuckers talking about this bullshit. I don't know how long it's gonna last, and I really don't care. But it's a script, I guess. It adds to the motherfucking excitement. Not that there is a necessary need to add to the excitement, because it's football. But it adds to the excitement. It adds to the dimension. It adds people to the fan base. Whatever. I'm with it. I ain't even mad at that shit. So, I will say, since I'm on football right now, I'm going to just go ahead and complain about this one thing. I told y'all I'm grateful for everything. I'm fucking happy as hell, man. There's nothing that could make me sad right now. I mean, please don't test me, Lord. But Troy Aikman really needs to stop fucking up these names, man. This nigga had a string of he always got a string of name fuck ups, right? But last night, Kenny Gainwell was running the ball, and this nigga called him Swift. He called him DeAndre Swift about 3 or 4 times. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is Joe Buck, who sits there and lets him do it, never corrects him. Do you think these guys have drinks and shit after the game? And Joe be like, yeah, you fucked up again today on the broadcast, Troy. And Troy be like, I know. Just never mention it. You know what I mean? As long as you don't ever say shit, we good. Cause to me, that's egregious, bro. That's like walking around with a boogie on your nose and shit, and your nigga never say nothing to you, bro. Like you got a fucking boogie right there, bro, and nobody ever tell you. That's not your nigga, man. That's not your homie. Your homie don't want you walking around like that. So like, how is it that Joe Buck could let this nigga fuck up and fuck up and fuck up? And it's egregious. So it's not like Troy is not gonna notice in like 2 seconds as soon as somebody else says the name, or as soon as he sees the stat pop up that it wasn't him who just rushed for 8 yards, it was him. So that's what happened. Gainwell was running. They showed his number. They like, cause bro, Swift is number 0. So any number other than 0, you should know that's not Swift. So they showed his number. They showed his name. They showed him in slow motion breaking the tackle from behind. And he's like, yeah, Swift is having himself a night. If he keeps this up, he'll be going for 200 yards. Meanwhile, it's not Swift. It's obviously not Swift, Troy. And Joe just quiet as hell, says nothing, waits about 10 seconds, and then goes, yeah, so this Eagles running back room is actually pretty deep, and finds his little wraparound way to be able to let the people who are watching know, yeah, that wasn't Swift. But Troy, you could keep your dumb ass over there thinking it was Swift. That was just crazy to me. Like, what kind of friend is that, man? I don't think that's cool at all. I don't think that shit's cool at all. I got homies, man, and I don't treat them like that. I let them niggas know when they wrong. Now, don't get me wrong. I might take them to the side. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Or I might text them while we in the middle of a conversation, like, yo, she ain't, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't say that to her. But, dog, you can't just let a nigga walk around with the boogie on his face. So, with that said, my take on that shit is, Troy Aikman, you need a new partner, or you need somebody who's gonna hold your ass down, or hold you accountable. Or Joe Buck, find a way to hold this nigga accountable, cause like this is just bad, man. Or how about this? Maybe you don't need to do a good job. Maybe you just maybe you just keep making your little 12 to 14 million dollars a year, calling the games all fucked up how you be calling them, and that's fine, and everybody's cool with it, cause you legacy act. Anyway, so they announced that Usher is gonna be performing for the Super Bowl. That shit is problematic to me. Do I care? Yes. Yes, I care. Should I care? Probably not. Probably not. But let me explain why I care. Here's why I care. So Jay Z took over the Super Bowl performance, and it's apparently supposed to be like the biggest national stage on the earth, in the world, right? So whatever artist jumps up there is literally getting paid in publicity, right? So whether like it was a whole lot of controversy when Rihanna did it, because motherfuckers was like, oh, she did it for free, she didn't even get paid, and all of that shit. No, no, she got paid. What it is they expect you to use that money to put on a production, right? Just like when they gave the Weeknd the money, and they was like, yeah, he used every dollar to put on a production. That shit's dope. That's what's up. So when the Weeknd did it, he was at the pinnacle of his fame, which I think is ideal, right? And then Rihanna did it. I don't know if she was at the pinnacle of her fame, but she was still buzzing. She's still popping. She popping out babies and shit left and right. So that's cool. People want to talk about her. She just got married, I think. She got enough songs. But this year is Usher, man. And I ain't trying to be like ageist or anything, but I think Usher might be going on 50. And I think Usher's last hits was in like 2012. Like, you know what? I could look this shit up. Cause Usher ain't got no songs that I know that's new. Let's see. I'm doing this shit with one hand, so forgive me. Usher songs, bro. Come on, let's go. Look at this shit. This nigga was 12 years old in this video. This my way. Oh, yes, you remind me. All right. List of songs recorded by Usher. A whole 160. God damn, I don't need it all like that. Just give me them in like order of popularity. Okay, I'll settle for that. Top 47. See, now the only point that I'm trying to prove is Usher doesn't have any hits in this decade, and I'm pretty sure it's even more than this decade. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Can I zoom out? This ain't cool. No, I can't zoom out. All right, so and then me and my homie was arguing about what song this boy's gonna perform, and I said he gonna do "Moving Mountains," right? My boy was like, "Nah, he ain't finna do "Moving Mountains." That's not a fucking Super Bowl performance song. I'm like, bro, he don't got no fucking songs, man. He got songs. He got songs. But let's see. So my man's got, yeah, 20. Come on, man. Ain't even a 20. I can't even use a 20. That's 04. Damn. 98, 04, 02, 010. All right, what we got from 010? There Goes My Baby. I don't know this song. I can't click it because Twitch gonna fuck me up. They gonna beat my ass. They gonna come over here and just kick me in my shit. But nah, I don't know that song. You Make Me Wanna. Ooh. Okay, that shit hit number 3. That was huge in '97. That was fucking huge in '97. Love in This Club. Okay, shit, that hit 18 in Brazil. Let's go. 2008. How long ago is that? 15 years. 15 years, man. So that means if it's a kid watching the Super Bowl, that shit gonna be like a song that was from the year that they was born. Do kids listen to the songs from years they was born? I don't know. You Remind Me. That's still 2001. Damn. All right, Party. Okay, that hit 26. So that's a pop. That's a climax. Okay, that hit number 3. Okay, on R&B. So 51 on pop. All right. All right, he got some shit from 2017. Come Through. That's not him. That's what's the name featuring him, I guess. I don't know, cause that's look at that. That's Ari, right? That's Ari Lennox, ain't it? I don't know. Yeah, all of this shit is old. So my point is proven, man. There we go. Don't waste my time. He hit. Okay, he might do some of these songs that I don't know. He might do Don't Waste My Time and Bad Habits. Bad Habits. I'm trying to think of what Bad Habits sound like. I know a song that sounds like that. I can't. I don't think he on it. That I don't. I don't know. Maybe he got that. DJ Got Us Falling in Love with You, baby. Yeah, I know that song. I know that song. Moving Mountains. Yeah, he gonna do that. I don't know most of these Johns. Yeah, so I think that's crazy. So niggas was like, well, who if not Usher can you see doing that, John? Me personally, shit. All right, so Beyonce did 2 already. So that's not. Oh, look at the COVID map. Let's go back to the COVID map. I was like I said, I was sick this weekend. I ain't gonna say it was COVID. I ain't take no tests, so I don't know. But I was definitely coughing my ass off and sneezing like a motherfucker. Damn, these niggas got everything on this jaw. But so then niggas was like, well, all right, well, who is better than Usher to headline a Super Bowl performance? I think that's an easy ass answer. So Beyonce did it twice, like I said, right? I wouldn't go JT because when I think Super Bowl performance, I think you gotta dance. But Rihanna just did that shit. She don't really dance. The Weeknd, he don't really dance either. He got choreography, but he don't dance per se. Then they had Dr. Dre a couple years back. Come on, he don't dance either. So dancing is not a prerequisite. Just having a good performance with a whole lot of solid ass pieces. like choreography, style, makeup, clothes, whatever you want to call that, wardrobe. If you could get some wardrobe changes in, that's a plus, right? Dancing. Oh, that's choreography. Sorry. Singing, like the actual vocals that you deliver, whether you rapping or singing, how it sounds, the sound, right? Some type of instruments being played, whether it's you, whether it's your band, but some type of instruments being played, right? That's something, right? Fucking pyrotechnics, laser lights, fireworks, fucking flyovers, all of that crazy shit, you know, shit that could kill a motherfucker. That type of shit. So that's like five fingers. Can we do another? Can we think of something else? Hmm. I would just say having a feature or two. Features, that's like a six. Like bringing out some famous motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? That's like a six. And then, hmm. I think just Beyonce having all those backup dancers is like kind of an aspect of it because I don't know, everybody has backup dancers, so fuck it. Let's leave that alone. So seven. There's seven different aspects that niggas can kill, right? But there's also seven different aspects that motherfuckers can like ignore and, you know, fuck up. So when I think about somebody who at least touches almost all of those bases, I think of Kanye, Kendrick, Lady Gaga. Yeah, Gags. Gags does it. Gags does it. Um, her songs ain't for it, but her puts on a hell of a fucking show. I got three so far. Can I get another one? I want to get another one. I think I should be able to get another one. Who else? Somebody who dances and plays an instrument. Who dances? Chris Brown. Chris Brown should do it. Chris Brown should do it. Drake should do it. But I know why Chris Brown ain't doing it. You know what I mean? I know why they don't want that nigga Chris Brown in there. So with that said, I feel like those four people would do a much better job than Usher at this juncture of their life and career. I don't even think Usher dancing like that right now. But it is what it is. The nigga is in Vegas. He got some shit going on, so I guess he's probably about to put out an album. He's probably about to do some 20th anniversary, 15th anniversary, 10th anniversary legacy shit that's gonna make the label a whole lot of money and the publishing companies a whole lot of money. Speaking of which, that's why a nigga like Kanye, they love these niggas. They love these old niggas and they love these niggas like Kanye who sample a bunch of shit because every time Kanye makes a song, everybody eats. Cause he samples like 14 niggas on the song. He has like five co-writers on the song. He has like six engineers. All the best niggas eat when Kanye makes one song. So it's kind of the same thing with these legacy acts. When Usher puts out a fucking 20th anniversary, everybody eats. All them publishing companies, they like, yeah, this is easy. This is a guaranteed. You know what I mean? And they get the boost streaming numbers on old shit, which is like nobody was thinking about it. So now they thinking about it. It's kind of like almost the best thing, the next best thing to a nigga dying. You know what I mean? Like, you know how it is. If a nigga die, his streams just go up 150, 200,000% and shit. So yeah, that's basically kind of like that. That's why Nas making all this money off all this shit he putting out, which is kind of cool. I fuck with it. Go ahead, get your money. But yeah, just don't keep giving me what is it? Don't keep giving me pissing, telling me it's rain though. Like straight up, don't piss on me and expect me to think it's rain. So I think that's what's gonna happen as far as a whole lot of these old artists and shit. Usher's probably gonna put out a legacy album. You know what I mean? Like he gonna have like a greatest hits, like a genuine greatest hits. He gonna be walking around like, watch this, and singing all of his shit. Shit, that was even on Confessions. He been walking around singing Confessions. So shit, I was a motherfucking little kid when Confessions came out. I ain't even know what he was confessing to. Shit. But yeah, I ain't mad at it. Go ahead. You do your thing, Usher. Jay-Z's booking everything. Blame him for that shit. But I think Lady Gaga could have been a better person to get performed there. Um, Chris Brown, obviously, niggas don't love him with the cocaine and the motherfucking beating chicks up and cussing everybody out and shit. But shit, Justin Bieber does all that same shit. I'm pretty sure. So, I mean, from what I I, I'm alleging. I'm alleged. Don't sue me, please. Don't sue me. I don't got no money. So yeah, this is all alleged. This is all just shit I read in like papers and tabloids and shit. None of this is true. Um, excuse me. So I think that about covers most of the shit that I had that I was ready for. Um, I guess I should talk about this Colorado shit. I didn't really. All right, so Colorado got their ass beat handed to them. They got trashed, bro. They got fucking trashed. Now they didn't get trashed like the Broncos. The Dolphins put 70 fucking points up on niggas. They almost beat records and said we ain't want to humiliate them. That's why they ain't beat the record. They could have beat the record. They could have kicked the field goal, but they didn't do it. Um, but back to Colorado. So okay, I didn't want to talk about Colorado so much because I felt like I didn't really have a unique take. But I do feel like I am allowed. I think I'm allowed to get away with playing this. YouTube, BR. BR ain't gonna sue me for this, right?
You top of your helmet, right? Every moment.
Oh,
The Cinderella story is over, man. Right? They're fighting for clicks. We're fighting for wins. There's a difference, right? There's a difference, right? This game ain't gonna be played in Hollywood. It's gonna be played on the grass, right? It's gonna be played on the grass. Let's go.
So they showed this like pre-game, like literally before the game started. I was like, damn, yo, this nigga want all the smoke. But I still also, at the time, in the moment, I was like, this shit personal for this nigga. I don't know why. But I give him a lot of credit for not saying that shit throughout the week. You know, bulletin board material type shit. I give him a whole lot of credit for holding his peace until the very last moment and using it to fire his team up. Because instead of using it to fire up Dion's team, he used it to fire his team up. So I give him a lot of credit for that. But I just wanted to know where all this animosity came from and hostility and shit. The Cinderella story is over. Like, what you talking about? This Dion. This nigga is a Hall of Famer. What? But I get it though. Because you got this man, Dan Lanning, right? He's a coach. That's what he do. He coach. But he's going up against a Hall of Famer who played football, athlete, right? Who's flashy as shit. And all of these motherfuckers is coming to Colorado and paying attention to Dion because Dion is Dion. Not because of a lack of substance, because Dion got substance, baby. Like, this nigga got interviewed by 2020, baby. He got substance, and they sat there and listened to him talk. He's a great speaker. He's prime time, baby. He's prime time. So besides what he could do on the field, he also is a great coach, great speaker, great recruiter. This ain't his full team. Like, he said it in his interview. He was like, yo, you better get me now. But also, the fact is, most of these coaches be failed. I ain't gonna say failed. I'm gonna say most of these coaches be athletes. You know? So I know this boy Dan Lanning was probably an athlete in some sense or another. But I just don't understand how he could feel this way when he is at Oregon, which is like literally the 4 Clicks University. Like, them niggas had on sneakers that change colors with your motherfucking body heat during that game. Like, Nike gave them sneakers that change colors during your body heat. And during the game, Bleacher Report tweeted that shit out. You can't tell me that was an accident. You can't tell me that wasn't 4 clicks in the literal sense of the word. So the only problem I really got there is the hypocrisy. You know what I mean? I think that's the hypocrisy. Like, this nigga Dion, he just prime time because he prime time. Everybody wants it because they want it. He ain't be like, yo, I'm going to go undefeated this season. Hell no. He knew what the motherfucking shit was going to be. But niggas want to watch. But it's all good. I'm not gonna be mad about that. But I will say, man, you can't be a hypocrite, man. Hypocrisy is very, very ugly. I think that's that's probably one of the ugliest qualities a person could have. Now, me personally, I know I'm a hypocrite. But I think that's the first step to not being a hypocrite. I know I ain't shit. But I think that's the first step to becoming shit. But that's just me, man. What do I know? So yeah, I ain't mad at Bull, but I will say, man, you gotta be careful not to be a hypocrite, cause you a role model, man. Motherfuckers looking at you, trying to be like you somewhere, somehow. Oh no, don't do this to me. Close it. Yeah. So I'm like, shit. I like it. If you ask my man King of Kings, he'll say it's a script. I'll say that shit is gosh darn entertaining. So that's my
Cover your helmet.
god damn. So that's my Dan Lanning shit. I don't really got much else to say about Ball, but I will be paying attention to him from now on, cause I really liked the speech he gave. I like the fact that he screamed. Like I like that he did that. Yeah! I like all that. The rah rah shit. I like that. Cause it takes a certain form of humility to perform for people like that. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of the same way I look like look at this nigga right here. He a tough guy. He a big, strong, tough man. But he still want to put on for the people. He still want to talk into the mic. He still want to perform, man. He still want to talk. This guy comes natural to him. So, yeah. It's just funny as shit. I like it when people are like, I like it when people lead actively. And sometimes people don't know, man, but to be an active leader, you got to be able to jump out there and be like, you know what I mean? Some people think they too cool to do that shit, but I don't know. I do give them a little bit of respect for that. I fuck with coaches. I kind of want to coach in some sense, yo. I would be like, I be telling my homie this, yo. I ain't never really played no sports on no high level, but I would love to coach, bro. I would love to coach. Because I feel like I could do a lot of research. I feel like I could give a lot of niggas some words to fuck with. And I do feel like I could learn all of the ins and outs of whatever sport for whatever reason or purpose or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I seen the boy I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong guy, but I want to say Joe Desai, the defensive coordinator for the Eagles. I think he said he was an attorney before. Let me look him up. Let me see. Let me see if that's really right. Because I got time. Is that even his fucking name? That's not his name. Either that or I spelt that shit wrong. Let's see. Sorry about this. I appreciate your patience. Uh, Eagles defensive coordinator. I wanted to play games today too, man. I ain't even gonna hold. I ain't played no games for days. I downloaded Payday and watched my young boy play it for a little bit. What's this nigga name? Sean Desai. Sean Desai. Joe, Sean. That's close. This is very close. Oh, let's see. Indian ball. Coaching career. All right. He previously served as an associate head coach, defensive assistant for Seattle Seahawks. Also previously served as assistant coach for Chicago Bears. All right, cool. They only got his coaching shit on here. Personal life. Desai received his undergraduate degree in philosophy. I'll let your boy. Have him on a political pod one day. In political science. I'm sorry, philosophical pod one day. With a minor in biology from Boston University. Earned a master's degree in higher and post-secondary education from Columbia. Damn, that's fucking Ivy League. 2005. That's when I should have graduated. So he and I are probably the same age. Desai earned his doctorate in educational administration in 2008. God damn, how the fuck he do that? He got a master's in 2005. Oh, okay. I see how it went. At Temple. Word. And was an adjunct professor for 2 years. God damn. This nigga killing it. Yeah, so I was looking up this nigga to say I think he might have been an attorney at some point, but maybe he wasn't, maybe he was, but the nigga is educated as a motherfucker. So yeah, I just wanted to say I think I'm capable of coaching. Cause there's mad niggas who ain't go to school for coaching. But at the same time, he went to school for so many things that go with coaching. Like for instance, political science. If you're gonna do political science, you gotta do public speaking, right? So public speaking, that's that rah rah shit. Philosophy. If you're gonna do philosophy, you gotta have some maxims. You know what I mean? You gotta have some mottos, some slogans for niggas to be living by. You gotta have some 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 perspective, some fresh perspective and ways to communicate that shit, right? Then he got his master's degree in post-secondary education, which is higher education, higher learning, right? Fucking academics, academia. Like that's a whole thing in itself. I don't even know what the fuck kind of classes you got to go to get a fucking post secondary master's degree in higher and post secondary education because it's basically you're a teacher that's teaching classes, right? That's teaching classes, simply put, right? From Columbia. So then, oh yeah, I noticed a lot of coaches do that, right? Right? Because they want niggas to be like, uh, he also earned his doctorate in educational administration. So this nigga is trying to be a principal. He learned how to be a principal. This nigga learned how to be a speaker, a thinker, a teacher, and then an administrator. Which, you know, administrative shit is like running shit. You know what I mean? Like not necessarily running shit, but like running day to day shit. Like figuring out the ins and outs of the let's fucking look it up, baby. The day to day, the operations, you know what I'm saying? But administrative, you know what I mean? Let's see. Administrative. This nigga, man. Yeah, I think of office work. I think of office work and organizing of things. What's an administrator? Should I look at that? Yeah, what the fuck is an administrator? What's an administrator? Define. Someone who administers things, right? Administered a shot. So that makes me an administrator of fucking vaccines. Perhaps. A person responsible for running a business organization. Running a business or organization. See, that's too super simplified. Too simplified. I think Google, I hate when they do that. They super simplify things for me. But let's see what it means in law. A person legally appointed to manage and dispose of the estate of an intestate. I don't know what this word is. The fuck is this word? The fuck is that word? What is that word, cuz? Not having made a will before one dies. Oh, that's what you call it when you don't make a will before you die. You call the
intestate,
motherfucker. Don't do that shit. That shit's stupid. Don't be a
intestate,
yeah, don't do that. Don't be a
intestate,
that shit dumb, especially if you got shit. Damn. Okay, so that's what that means. So anyway, an administrator. So this nigga went to school to run businesses and things. Educational to run schools. Principal. Like I said, the first thing I said, educational administration. That's a principal. Damn. And was an adjunct professor for 2 years. Adjunct professor means type of academic appointment in higher education who does not work at the establishment full time. Terms of the appointment of the job security and the tenure vary in different parts of the world, but the term is generally agreed to mean a bona fide part-time faculty member. Okay. Word, man. Shout out to fucking Sean Desai, man. Every time we get a pick, every time we tackle a nigga, every time we tackle for loss, every time we get a PBU, you know what I'm saying? Sacks, whatever, what have you, fumble recoveries, all that shit. I'm gonna be like, yo, Temple educated, Columbia University, master's degree. You know what I'm saying? Nigga got his doctorate. You know what I'm saying? That's administration right there, man. That nigga is doing it, man. That right there is post-secondary education for your ass. That right there, that nigga learned how to think. philosophy, learn how to speak political science, learn how to teach. Oh, wait. With a minor in biology. What you think he learned from, what you think he applied to the biology? Probably like kinese, like learning like niggas' muscles and shit, learning how to deal with injuries a little bit. Yeah, I got a minor in biology. This nigga, wow, bro. This nigga, wow. I'm fucking genuinely excited. There's no one here. I don't give a fuck. This nigga is getting it in. And you know what's crazy? I'm not an academic type, man. I do, as you could see, I give a fuck about the words and the reading and the learning and shit. But I don't like school generally, right? That's not how I really learn shit. That's not how I digest information in a room full of like 60 motherfuckers with one nigga talking at me. I mean, if it's gonna happen like that, cool. Disseminate the information, but then I gotta go home and listen to it again when I'm by myself. Which I don't know. Niggas just learn different. It is what it is. I don't feel bad about it. It just is what it is. And I have made an effort to try to like get better at my weaknesses, but I just know that like I'm stronger in different ways, you know? So I admire the fuck out of this shit, bro. Now don't get me wrong, he an Indian nigga. And I used I don't want to sound like a racist, but every Indian nigga that I know is very good with education. Like they academic types on some real shit. Every Indian nigga that I know is an academic type, which is I don't know what that mean. I don't want to say they got a lot of discipline. Nah, I don't want to say that. I'm gonna just say something that I can observe, which is every Indian nigga that I know personally is an academic type. Like them niggas they excel in school. You know what I'm saying? So I think that that's a skill in and of itself. It don't necessarily mean you smarter than a motherfucker, and it don't mean you are not smarter than a motherfucker because you could be a fucking absolute genius. Like this nigga, the way that he coupled all of these different like I ain't even finish it. Nigga, learn how to think with the philosophy, learn how to talk with the political science, learn how to deal with maybe the injuries or maybe even a little bit of I don't know. I don't want to say psychology, but I will say anthropology, perhaps. You know, a little history of man type shit. And then got his master's degree in higher and post-secondary education. So you want to learn how to teach a motherfucker. And then he learned his doctorate in educational administration. So you want to learn how to actually create an establishment for teaching motherfuckers or run an establishment for teaching motherfuckers. And then he taught motherfuckers for 2 years. 2 years he taught motherfuckers. And been a coach ever since then, man. Shout out to the boy, man. I gotta get that nigga some real credit. Yeah. So I shouldn't have showed that. I don't think y'all could see it for too long, but I'm gonna go ahead and try to avoid doing that next time. Um, yeah, man. So I didn't expect to see all of this with boy and shit, but while I get ready to smoke once more, cause you know this is the Wake and Bake show, and it's not like I'm in a rush, and it's not like it's anybody particularly getting held up by me right now. So we'll go ahead, be very leisurely about my movements and things. So the quote of the day, man. Earlier I teased it. Well, I ain't mean to tease it. I basically just put it up, and then was like, "Don't look." But quote of the day, man. So I was looking for this nigga Bruce Lee, right? There was a couple reasons I was looking for Bruce Lee. Well, all right. So let's go to Brainy quote real quick. I think I seen it open. It's right here. Okay. Bam. Okay. So they got the Bruce Lee shit right here. So y'all ain't gonna see it. They be putting niggas just names down here, and I'd be like, really? He says some fly shit? And a lot of times niggas don't be saying real fly shit. But I remember Bruce Lee had that quote where he was like, what'd he say? I'm more afraid of a man who has practiced one punch 1,000 times than I am a man who has practiced 1,000 punches. Or some shit like that. You know what I mean? If I was saying that to a homie, I would think about it and probably try to spit it a little better. Like, let me see if I can spin that shit. A punch practiced 1,000 times is far more dangerous than 1,000 punches. Or I'm far more afraid of a man who's practiced one punch 1,000 times than a man who knows 1,000 punches. Or something like that. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. So I'm gonna scroll all the way to the top of the page because I'm pretty sure that he's gonna have that shit the right way. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. That's fucking cool too, cause he's like he kind of humbled himself in that whole equation, and it was like, yeah, I'm scared of this nigga. Are you that nigga? Like, remember that book? Are you my mother? Yeah, he's like that little bird walking up to niggas like, did you practice 1,000 times with that one kick? Oh yeah. Nah, you ain't my mother. So let's see what he gave you. See what we got in front of us right now. Knowledge will give you power, but character, respect. Okay, yeah. Character will give you respect. That shit, I hate when people do shit like that. That shit's kind of confusing. Not for me, but for other people. Knowledge will give you power, but character, respect. Like what? What about it? Respect character? Or, no, nigga. Anyway, a wise man can learn more from a foolish question than a fool can learn from a wise answer. Damn! Now, there's a lot of math in that. There's a couple double negatives, I think. I don't think there's any double negatives, but there's math. All right, let's see. I gotta read that again. That was kind of hardcore. I ain't see that shit earlier. This is my first time reading that. So I can honestly tell you, I don't know what it means yet. A wise man can learn more from a foolish question. Okay, so a wise man asking a dumbass question than a fool can learn from a wise answer. Oh, that's absolutely right. Because a wise answer is trying to explain something wise to a fool, and he can easily not understand that. But meanwhile, if you got a wise man, he can damn near learn from anything. And that right there is the essence of learning right there. Like, especially when I use these words, like if I could use a word that's meant to talk about glue, like if it's a technical term that's meant to talk about glue, but I could use it in a way that describes my and your relationship perfectly, I feel like I've really found the essence of what the word is and the meaning of the word, right? And when I say I'm talking about trade terms and shit, like shit we ain't never heard, right? But like solder. Good example. Good example. Like, yeah, man, I'm soldered to you. That's not how it means what it means, but it could mean that. Like, fuck it. You can't tell me I'm wrong if I said that. Like, yeah, man, I found somebody that I really just wanted to become soldered to. My heart became soldered to that motherfucker, bro. And you'd be like, what? Yeah. But anyway, so it's the same thing. Like, I feel like words can be mixed and matched, but I also feel like wisdom can too. Cause like a true, a truth, a truth, or I called it a maxim earlier. A truth can be found in all types of different places and perspectives and all types of ways. Like you could find a truth by looking at a fucking spider for a half a day. You could spend 6 hours looking at a spider and learn so much. You know what I mean? And there's so much truth in that. Just like the Bible even say, check out a fucking ant, nigga. Learn some shit from checking out the ants, nigga. I mean, it doesn't say it exactly like that, but you get the point. But yeah, I feel like a truth can be stretched and mixed and matched or whatever. So yeah, that man said a wise man can learn some shit from anything, even a dumb question. And yeah, I can learn about you. If I ask you a dumb question and you don't take me seriously, I can learn a little bit about you. Or you do take me seriously. I can learn a little bit about you. All right, let's see what we got. Let's keep going. If you spend too much time thinking about a thing, you'll never get it done. Dog. A true philosopher's biggest fear. Overthinking some shit. You know, it's life. We always gonna have balance issues. If you love life, don't waste time, for time is what life is made of. This nigga responded to me. That's crazy. That's right there. My head was blocking it. Mistakes are always forgivable if one has the courage to admit them. I typically don't care for the long quotes because, I mean, they might be a whole lot of wisdom in them, but it wasn't able to be parsed into like very few words. So I think when you can parse it into very few words, then it's a little bit more poetic. It's easier to remember. You know how it go. Top of the mind, tip of the tongue type shit. Um, Mistakes are always forgivable if one has the courage to admit them. Showing off is the fool's idea of glory. That's just obvious. The key to immortality is first living a life worth remembering. Seems obvious as well. Legacy. Legacy, legacy. It's not the daily increase, but the daily decrease. Hack away at the unessential. I like that. That's pretty stoic. I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations, and you're not in this world to live up to mine. He likes to reverse things a lot, it seems. As you think, so shall you become. Yeah, I need to start telling my boy that when he says I can't. I throw water on him often, or I'll spray him with a spray bottle. He'd be like, I can. I'll be like, shit, I did it again, you know? But I need to just start saying something over and over to him to the point where he gets pissed off at hearing it. But it becomes like, something that he hears in his mind all the time, you know? So yeah, I'm going to say that. As you think, so shall you become. Whenever he say I can't, I'll be like, as you think, so shall you become. And he going to be like, what? Then he going to get tired of hearing that shit. But I'm going to say it to him every day. All right, so I'm not necessarily seeing this right now, the quote that I want to give you. So I'm going to read it out of my book. My man said, a goal is not always to be... Sorry, let me start over. Bruce Lee said, a goal is not always meant to be reached. It often serves simply as something to aim at. Can I get one more time for the one time? He said, a goal is not always meant to be reached. It often serves simply as something to aim at. You ever just feel like you need something to aim at sometimes? That's hardcore right there. Sometimes I do shit just to make me feel better. And then I make a project of it. And then it becomes nothing. But it made me feel better. Gave me something to fucking do. And I learned some shit from it. Or maybe somebody else was edified by it. Who knows? Whatever the case may be. But I got a lot of examples of that in my life. Maybe you have some in yours. But with that said, it's a nice little long episode. It was funny because I was getting to about 34 minutes and I was like, I don't got nothing else to say. And here we are. If you haven't already, please follow. You can go over to YouTube and catch these rebroadcasts at a fancy clown. A fancy clown. You can also check out the podcast, TRN Podcast. It's much more entertaining because I got a motherfucker to talk to. And you can go and follow the TRN Podcast on Twitter because we're putting out content every day, baby. Besides that, I got Practice Needed on here that I'm always chilling with, kicking it. And I'm doing this every day, baby. So I'll see y'all tomorrow with a new word and a new quote and some new shit to talk for a little bit. Hopefully you'll have some shit to talk back to me. With all of that said, though, hope you enjoyed Yom Kippur. And I hope you got something to aim at. Peace.